the day ends, we are happy to be telling you that we spent the day at Pricabe farm in Kwekwe, Sherwood Block, where we toured around their various enterprises, seeing, appreciating the activities that they were doing. And I was joined by Wadzanai Manyore here at Pricabe farm. We went around. We came in very early morning. We toured through the wheat. We toured through the barley crop. We toured through the various stages of potato crop, and we saw the livestock that is here as well. We are at Pricabe farm in Kwekwe, Sherwood Block, as we are appreciating their winter cropping program. Wadza, what was your experience going around Pricabe farm today? What were your learnings and what were your aha moments?
Thank you so much, Wendy, and I want to thank you so much for making these episodes possible, for taking your time off of your busy schedule. I understand that you are now head agronomist CITCO here in Africa. Just last week you were in Kenya, Tanzania, but now you are back in Zimbabwe, remaining dedicated to issues in Zimbabwe where we speak of food security. For starters, I want to applaud you and thank you so much for dedicating your time to come and travel with us today. Now, looking at issues that stood out for my observations as someone who's in agriculture and agronomist, as well as coming from a very farming background, my key takeaways were the level of investment with regards to irrigation at this farm.
Oh, yes.
All of their crops are under irrigation. Even the potatoes, when we were at the potato section, the potato size, the potato quality, you cannot achieve that without a robust irrigation system. I would want to speak of barley, where we are saying that it is under contractual agreements, whereby the various or the organizations that are into that only contract farmers who have got an intensive or an extensive farming history through thorough investigation. It's not something that you just come across, but you have to have a production history which speaks for itself, which is the case here. I saw the barley crop that is under irrigation. That is a huge level of investment, especially when you were telling us that at that stage that we were at, you're targeting something like between 20 to 35 millimeters of water per every given 7 days. And also looking at the wheat, what stood out for me is their timeliness.
Oh, yes. It's a game changer.
Exactly. Some of their wheat is headed into senescence, into maturity, which is something that cannot take place without proper planning. From maize, from soybeans, their wheat is headed into senescence. So irrigation and their ability to stay in schedule is what stood out for me. I was really impressed with that. Just maybe looking from your side, Wendy, with what you saw here in Zimbabwe, what is happening with Pricabe being one of our case studies. We are often traveling throughout Zimbabwe, yourself in Africa rather. Your observations, what have you seen? What has it been like for you, this experience?
Thank you so much. So this experience was quite enriching for me, whereby, just from arriving, Pricabe is quite endowed with a view, whereby at the roadside as you're driving in there, you will be endowed with a beautiful view of different shades of green, gold and yellow as the crop is maturing from its early stages, which is to say they understand the value of timeliness, like you're rightfully saying. And what stood out for me is the fact that the beautiful wheat crop they established, really in terms of the size, the head size they have, their variety of choice here is NDUNA. It is a blockbuster wheat variety from CITCO, and it does speak well to their yield potential, because they have been achieving yields of well above 8 tons per hectare. And then they go a step further, whereby even after harvesting, they get a very high protein content of around between 12 and 13%. And in terms of the falling numbers, they are always on top. And the taste density, they always get the best. So their wheat is always premium. And to top it off, they even go a step further into value addition, where they produce nice confectionaries, different types of confectionaries, and the bread that they make, the bread.
When you're saying the bread, guy, just takes me back the lunch that we had. To be honest, I feel like it was the highlight of the trip.
It was.
The lunch here is always, it stands out.
On point.
Yeah, the meat.
So yeah, at Pricabe Farm, it's always a good experience. It has now become a center of excellence where people come from across Africa, across the country. Other presidents, other dignitaries come through. Remember, this